Okay, so we're back. Trying to see how this is working out. So the camera seems to be fine right now. I'm going to check the where are we going? Okay, anyway, we'll do that in a minute. No work. So currently, it's saying excellent connection, which I hope is still the case. Should be pretty good. We're trying a couple things. What's good, y'all? How's everybody feeling today? I'm feeling great because I'm back doing the thing that I love to do, which is talk about anime and all things adjacent. So I'm gonna be on for about like 30 minutes because I got a little event that I'm gonna slide to. But in the meantime, in between time, we're gonna check and see if everything is good. Initially, I, for whatever reason, tried to run this at 60 frames. I don't need 60 frames a second. And I think that may have contributed, but I'm not sure because right now, like I said, we are Ethernet connected and all the things. Let's switch back over to the Stream of Labs. See if we can get our chat going. Oh, okay. Let's see. See how this is currently cracking out. Ooh. Did it go down? It shouldn't be going down. That's the crazy part. Huh. Because let's see. So currently, I'm trying to work a couple things out on a couple different levels because there's a lot of things that are going on right now. But we'll just kind of see. Let's see. All right, so what's good, people? It's your boy, Icarus Gray. We are back for some dope conversation, for a lot of dope things have been going on this week. Like I said, Switch 2 is coming out next week. Really, really excited about that for obvious reasons. Let me see something real quick. Let's see. It says on public. Let's check. Let's go back. Make sure we are live. Sounds good. Okay. Um, what is it doing? What is it doing all these things that it's never done before? Let's go back. Let's go back here. Let's view and control. Why are we going through? Are we actually going through issues? Let's see. On my end, it's not saying that we are. What is it actually we want to stuff app? Hmm. Hey. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're streaming great. I don't necessarily know. I feel like going back between the two. I'm seeing like a couple, like YouTube say the streams have dropped. But I'm not seeing that right now. But anyway, what's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray, back for another one, back for just general conversation because we got a lot of stuff coming up. And I want to see how excited everybody is. I'm excited. I'm dope. Well, beyond excited, I should say, for all the anime and things that are coming out. Switch 2 hype. I'm hyped because I think the Switch in and of itself was like one of the most fun systems that I've used. Because it connects into that childhood energy of what childhood was like for me with the portable game system, being able to play games that I thought were like magnificent, didn't have to have the best, 3D graphics and everything else. And I think now being able to have the best of both worlds with the Switch is really, really exciting. As well as a lot of anime, like I was telling you guys, that is coming out soon, continuations of a lot of anime that I have been watching that I really want to watch again, get my review on and kind of see where the stories and things are going. I was having a conversation with my wife, aka Prima Diva, about whether or not I think the stories in anime are growing. And I think it's like the quality of some of these animes is top tier epic. But I think there's also a how do I say this? There's also like a lack of staying power and the ability to finish as good as they've started, right? So My Hero Academia, I think people were really upset with the JJK ending. Even Tokyo Revengers. Like there's excuse me. There's a big lack of being able to like stick the landing and satisfy those with what you're wanting. And it's even showing in older anime, so it's like it's not that they don't have these issues. Bleach is fixing some of the things with the anime that the manga didn't allow us to kind of feel with this ending. There was a lot of mishandling, I think, of how Kubo did the ending, given how much time he had left, how many chapters were left, how fast I think he ended it and did some things that necessarily weren't people's biggest cup of tea. But what can you do about that in that way? I mean, I would say be a better writer, but that's also presumptuous on my part. Because I am envisioning like the most perfect setup for all of the things in chat. Y'all are so small. I gotta make y'all bigger. We gotta work that out real quick. Let's see. Let's bring that font size. Oh, no. Too big. Let's bring the font size up. Let's also actually bring the size up. I didn't know I made it so small. Let's fix that, shall we? Let's lock this. And again, we're trying to make chat bigger, so we're going to do that. Because chat, I can't see y'all. And oh man, got to be able to see y'all, and I want y'all to be able to see y'all. So think if my tester is still available to test like how chat is functioning. Also make sure for if you are here for me and you're a friend of mine or someone who's testing something, hit the like button so that way it can help other people see this live stream and get them get those algorithms twerking, if you will. And whenever, or actually I can just type in the chat. My most anticipated anime. I didn't say. I think my most anticipated anime coming out would have to be. This is gonna sound weird, but it's between Rent a Girlfriend and My Dress Up Darling, or Dress Up Darling, or My Dress Up Darling. Is it My Dress Up Darling? I think it's My Dress Up Darling, or Dress Up Darling. One or two. Season 2. It's between those two because I really like the relationship dynamics. Shield Hero is probably going to get a little bit of excitement from me. Don coming back is really exciting, but I'm one of those, like, when I get caught up in the manga, it's hard for me to like go back and want to watch the story again. Bleach is about the only one that I was able to jump back into, but that's because it took so many years from when I finished reading to the anime coming out that there was a big connection, or there was a not connection, there was a bigger separation of thought, so it was easier to kind of go back and want to like relive the things that I watched at one point in time and kind of see how those things played out. And we're gonna make the text a little smaller. We'll go 43, and then we're gonna work this chat. Work with me, chat. Work with me, chat. Work with me. We're gonna put you right about there. We can bring this size down a little bit more, just a little bit more. Anyway, so yeah, those are my. I mean, it's like 3 of them that I'm really, really excited about. I feel like Bleach will be back again in October. But that's just kind of me wishfully thinking and kind of hoping that it's going to be back. But of those are the ones that I'm most excited about. And then there's a couple new ones that, like the spring anime that came out that I didn't necessarily get around to yet, whether it's Windbreaker Season 2, Go-Go Loser Ranger Season 2, which is basically like The Boys, but with the Power Rangers. And the Power Rangers are just kind of eclectically terrible people, but have a depth to them that I think, is one of those, how Naruto could have been Pain, and Naruto could have been basically every character he met, whether it's Gaara or whoever, and he didn't necessarily turn out that way. So I'm interested in catching up with that. I don't know what noise that is. It's a strange noise. I don't think y'all can hear that on here, but I just heard this random beep. Somebody was backing up outside or something. Like backing up and dumping. That's all. I'm probably dating myself. Hey, hit some sounds because I ain't did that in a minute. Kirby says
Hi.
to each and every one of you while you're out there chilling. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on. I'm really excited again, like I said, for the Switch 2 stuff. While you know what's funny about the Switch 2 stuff, right? I feel like this is the most primed video game launch ever because one, we've always had to deal with whether or not the newer systems were backwards compatible, meaning do I already have games that I can play even if I can't go out and buy games? Switch 2 is essentially solved that in the sense that there are thousands of games that you'll already be able to play on day one that you already own, have already paid for. You don't necessarily have to go out and buy a new game. Some of those games are coming out with upgrades, whether it's Scarlet and Violet getting an upgrade to their frame rate and graphic processing, which, you know, is a big wish for us Pokemon fans, for them to kind of take it seriously, stop dropping every year, give us some space so you can actually like really work on a game and work on the mechanics and kind of work on the graphics, because we're not in the 2D era anymore. It would be cool if you kind of went to that and worked on some things. I mean, you could do all kinds of chibi sprite animations and things of that nature, but I think with things like Pokemon Go and other things, we've really been anticipating and really exciting, or we've really been excited for gameplay that is relative to what we have available to us now, right? So it's all of these things surrounding the Switch 2 and its release are just kind of fueling the fire for me. It's put me in a place where I'm like just almost like jumping out of my skin in a certain way, right? Because I don't have to like stress. Mario Kart World seems to be really fun. I feel like they missed a chance by, you know, they could have just done World Tour, but I think it would have given and set up too much for later and wouldn't have necessarily hit the scale that they're trying to go for, because the scale they're going for is massive. Like if you look at the there's an image of the roads and basically the map of the full tracks and how they're all interconnected and the different ways you can go to those tracks and so on and so forth, things that you would like encounter in free roam. It's really massive. I still think they missed the opportunity, because World Tour, I think, to me would have said we have DLC that's coming later. Not that I think that you should have to pay for DLC when you buy $80 game at this point. It's like I'm almost buying an accessory that costs, you know, the pro controllers and stuff cost that much. And, you know, here we are, not because of tariffs. I mean, there's a lot of, I think that is because of that. I don't necessarily think that this is one of those times though. But like, I don't know, man. It's just, you can feel it in the air. You can feel that they're handling this with a certain level of care. I think shipping out extra systems due to all of the pre-order debacles that I'm sure they encountered has been very exciting, if you will. And I keep saying exciting, but that's the only word I got. Like, I'm just hype. I am at peak levels of joy, black boy joy. I'll make sure I say that just because, you know, black man and the kid in me is just excited for all of the things, right? So, you know, I don't know. I feel like it knocks every other release out of the park. And I'm a PlayStation kid that like has had every PlayStation but 5. But that's adulting level stuff more than anything. And I think that's like, this is going to be one of the most fun releases of a system that I think has ever been. I think there's going to be a lot of, you know, technical stuff or annoying issues, but I even like the fact that the people who, for whatever reason, have their Switches early, which y'all get, like, social media has made people feel like the comment section of the people who would have to go on or whatever post and put first is like a reality. And so even with those people, they can't do anything with the system. They can't play it. They can open it and look at it and do all this other stuff, but you won't be able to play until the actual game comes out and everybody has access to being able to play it. There is no like this exclusive moment where you were the only person with a Switch. Well, yeah, in terms of the feeling, but the only person with a Switch that could use it. Because I remember the days of like, somebody would have stuff early, they're already playing. Because of the developers that are releasing the games to the different content creators, they already have 100, 200 hours in a game because they've been able to play it like 2 weeks before it even comes out. They're already formulating guides and all this stuff, which sometimes to me, if the gameplay for a lot of games wasn't good, I don't necessarily know that people would have like the longevity of like really enjoying a game or whatever. Like you can tell the game is good because if you've put that many hours in for your review and didn't get bored or weren't just trying to get to all of the things to, tell other people about it, they've done a pretty good job. So yeah. So I'm really excited about that. I think there's just a lot packed into what I think Nintendo is trying to do. Now, will I say that there are issues or cons with how Nintendo kind of handle things? Yes. I don't think that Nintendo has allowed themselves to move into the modern era of games and how they should release them and everything else. I don't think they've given themselves that kind of time. Because why do other countries have to see everything the way that we see it, right? It's pretty much how I feel that people respond. Like, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. And sorry, y'all, I'm answering the text because I won't. It's kind of time to text. Yeah, so it's gonna be the cons I said, like, are them not changing for certain things that are happening globally that are a natural thing that we want from our game systems or our connections. The fact that Nintendo even, finally has a game chat that you can use, has the mic, and they are very pivotal about that mic being good and directional and isolating and all the things because they understand the connectivity of what's needed from the systems, not wanted but needed, because the community of what I grew up on, like I grew up when there was no internet for games, technically for a couple of years or a little bit more when there was no internet, right? And so with that, the relaunch of the Switch 2 has given us back those kind of connecting things. COVID changed a lot in terms of how people were able to connect. We were all online. We were all on Zoom. So taking advantage of that being the way that people connect and trying to make it more natural and organic, I think is one of the best things that they could have done given the structure of how society is currently moving, right? And also, I think the Switch 2 is the most full family friendly device that you could possibly own and or have. I have been a big Switch 2 or Switch promoter in general from the time it came out. Like, they never had to pay me for it, which they did, but either way, because I love the system so much, I don't really have a problem with that because I do want other people to kind of sharing that excitement, sharing that joy. I think that being able to play whenever you want, for the most part, i.e. if you are playing a game that like is dependent upon internet, that kind of sucks. But Like I would play Animal Crossing. I have an extreme amount of hours in that game. Uh, my Stardew Valley hours are creeping up, or had been creeping up. My wife and I, like, that's our little wind down game, is being able to do that. And I enjoy being able to play something with my wife that does not feel exclusive or heavily dependent on, solo story driven games, which is basically all I spent my time doing with my PlayStation. Is I would get solo games. Like, what co-op games was I really playing? I'm not the biggest Call of Duty player, though. I have grown to love Call of Duty since World War II in terms of playing online, which is when I first started playing online. And nowhere near good or anything like that I would consider uh, blah blah blah. But what am I trying to say? Anyway, I want to get better at it. I think it's more so what I'm trying to get to. But so yeah, so I think that, like, having a system that no matter what age you are, no matter what side of the tracks you come from, no matter how you vote, all this other stuff, that I think there is something for everyone. Um, it's something that I'm always in the middle of. No, I don't believe that it does require the internet all the time to work. It's going to require you to have the internet on the first day for the update, which they use the update to prevent all of the people that just have to be first in terms of leaking and everything, to not be able to do that, basically. Yeah, I think that's actually a good size for y'all, Actually, should we go bigger? Let's go a little bit. There we go. And then actually, y'all are getting this live as I'm trying to work some stuff out. Not that one. Let's unlock. And we'll stretch that out to where that is. All right. Cool. Look at this. Look at me. I feel good about these things. We are also going to do one more thing with chat, I think. Let's see. There we go. That will probably be better for me. Yep. Okay. Now, but yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that I'm excited about for this week. There's so many good, like, AAA games coming out for PlayStation 5 and Xbox, or that have come out. Avowed, I think, is really fun. The Elder Scrolls remake, revitalizing and kind of probably giving Bethesda more time to work on whatever they're gonna do, for the next game. Is really exciting. I'm wondering, it's more so like, what are all the games for Switch 2 that are going to, I think, shift the industry in a way that we enjoy? And what I mean by shifting the industry simply is being able to play, like, Mario Kart from wherever you are, being able to play Stardew, Animal Crossing, all these different games. Is there a new Animal Crossing in the works? Because technically, I think we're about 5 or 6, 7 years or something from the last one, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it's about time that we start to get a little bit more, or get a little bit more connected. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm super duper excited about that. What am I trying to say? When I lose my thoughts cause I'm old, I be losing my thoughts cause I'm old. But yeah, I'm just really hype and care a lot about, like, basically how that is gonna kind of work out or whatever, right? So what else? What else we got? What else we got? I'm trying to think of these animes. I'm probably going like tomorrow or something, like go through the list and kind of break down what I like about it, why I think you should watch it, all of that good stuff. But as far as gray area anime, we're back. We are back to a consistent basis. You'll be getting more episodes of the podcast. What else have I been up to? Okay, we'll do that. But you'll be getting more episodes of the podcast, and you'll be getting a lot of different things. What I have been up to, so I am done with working on an EP that I'm doing with my guy OGSB. So Wax Poetic is done. So we're working on a lot of preliminary things, getting it mixed mastered, that kind of thing. Album art, the whole nine. I've been working on changing my logo, which you'll probably see as the thumbnail image. I don't know why the thumbnail image does this little blur out thing or what that's about. But you guys will be able to see some of the things that I've been working on. I've been locked in on the second album in the Gray series. Started with Gray Matter, which is still out now on all streaming DSPs. You have a link down in the description if you want to check the music out. But I've been working on my next album, Gray Wolf. Really excited about it. Because I get now that there's so many things that I do metaphorically, like with my rap name, that are not as apparent as the Icarus aspect of it. And so I've been working on that. I have what is today? As of like sometime next week, I will have a 4-month-old. Oh my God, that is crazy. Time, slow down. And so that has been a big transition for me. I just got back on Sunday. I went to the inaugural Black Nerd Fest in Seattle. That was like incredible. Just general Black nerdness and the expanse of that has been, oh man, it filled my little heart up. I am also, for those of you, actually, in terms of like ending stream here shortly, gonna be at Tacoma Connect tonight at Edison Square, which starts at 6. I'll probably get there a little bit after because I got a kiddo to wrangle and get together for that. But I'll be there networking with some people that are around the city and trying to kind of solidify a few different things with that. And I may even come back on and do another late night stream because we not at the point where I got a whole bunch of people that's tuning in to your boy, but that don't shy me away from actually doing this because I really enjoy this. And the only thing I know that I need to be doing with it is being consistent. So I think those are all the things that I've been up to. I think what else we've been working on? I got a couple singles and stuff that are coming out. I'm gonna start being way more active on my Instagram. I got a couple series and things that I'm like working on, and I'm gonna just kind of try and see how they fall. My wife is one of the most amazing actors that I've ever seen in my life, if not the most amazing that I've ever seen in my life. Somebody that I think controls emotion and depth of passion and works the lines in a way that are always natural to the character, to where you're able to immerse yourself completely in what it is you're going to see. And I got some of them chops too. I just have never tried to use them. So I think I'm going to try to like work on some monologues and stuff and put those on Instagram. I'm going to try and work on like maybe some freestyle sets or things that I can kind of work on during the week and have like a really nice and engaging content that is, daily and consistent. Because it's been a big, it has been hard is what I'm trying to say, to remain consistent and kind of push through all of the different things. Because I think there's something that happened with me where I just kind of lost my general confidence for doing the things that I know that I can do. Whereas like I do not care whether I ever get a million people listening to my music. I know that the people that actually have listened to my music, enjoy my music, so on and so forth, and I am in a state of gratitude. But instead of staying in a place of just gratitude without actual action and moving in the talents, that's kind of where I am, man. And I'm trying to get back to full gear with that, right? So yeah, those are the things that I've been up to. Those are the things that we have going on. If you are in the chat, make sure you hit a like, because then that helps the algorithms and things of that nature. Appreciate you, Justin. In the chat, yeah, we are back at doing the thing that I love to do, and there's so much to talk about. Like, I got to catch up on Marvel movies and stuff. I haven't seen the Thunderbolts or anything yet. I have yet to see Sinners. I know, working on it, but I'm just real big on being able to actually like enjoy a movie. But my priority now is making sure my baby girl be comfortable, and I don't want to just drag her everywhere, even though this is the time for that. Because once they crawling and walking and running, and, all of the things, I'm gonna be like, man, we should have just took her to the movies. I know I am, but either way, it's all to the good. There's also like, I gotta finish watching Sonic 3, but from where we got, I was really excited about that. And I know it's like way old at this point, but I love some Sonic. Is there anything else that I've been working on that I like want to share or talk to y'all about? Well, outside of like getting this room together, so as you can see, like we're kind of in a new place, so we're building up our office area. There's going to be a lot of content from me and my wife together, which I'm really excited about. Like I said, the podcast is coming back. There's other content and things that I'm going to work on together. We're shooting a video for my song Energy, which is on my album Gray Matter. There's other videos that are going to be shot. Just a lot of content and a lot of consistent content, and not just me saying stuff. I'm also saying these things so you can hear me say them, hold me accountable for the things that I got going on. Like if you are looking for me to stream, hey man, you ain't streamed in da 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 da, which I hope won't happen, but if it does, come holler at me and I'll get myself together. Yeah, we do. We will actually, we should do that. So whether I get to see it, whilst in theaters, or end up just watching it through whatever, streaming, buying it, purchasing, which I probably still will purchase, because you definitely want to support that kind of creativity and that blackness that I think they were not expecting to do what it did, right? So yeah. So because I have a couple other things to do, I am going to end up cutting the stream. I guess I would call it short because it took me kind of forever to get stuff together, but I was waiting on getting like my little connector for my Ethernet cable so I connect Ethernet to my Mac. Trying to work out speeds and stream stuff, which I still think I got a little bit to work out, but I'm hoping that the stream looks good. I'm hoping that I'm sounding good. I'm hoping that you're having a good time, that you're enjoying yourself, and then just in, being full in your blackness and your black nerdness is what I'm here for. As I tell people all the time, I'm Icarus Gray, and my saying to people is always that, we all have wax wings. It's just called time. So you got to get out here and reach for the sun while you can. And the sun is your dreams, which is obvious to me, but may not be so obvious to you, to go out for what it is you want to go for. Like, time is wasting away in that way, and it's not going to stop. So there's no real reason to me for you not to try and pursue the things that you need to pursue. But yeah, so I'm going to go get ready for this networking event. I will probably be on after it, maybe, because I do have some daddy duties. Can't be leaving with the baby with mama all day. I know some of y'all men's out there do that. I can't do that. Got to spend some time with the baby, change the diapers, give mommy a break, let mommy take, a nice mommy bath that I put together, because, you got to take care of the people you love. You know what I'm saying? But while I'm here, if you are in the Tacoma, Seattle area, if you want to see a really good play, my wife is in uh like are in is in for Colored Girls at the Lakewood Playhouse. They're running this weekend and next weekend, so it's a very intimate setting for this type of play, which I think is very necessary. And if you're having any worries, because maybe your only reference is you've seen the movie that Tyler Perry did of the play that was already going before, because I know sometimes people think that like he created it or something. No, that's not the case. This is more uplifting and encouraging, and I think we in this time in America need to be uh way more encouraging to Black women in this time in America. And I think this play is really doing that, really empowering. There's a talk back after the play, which I think also allows you to feel connected and just kind of open yourself to the things you need in this time, like to come together, heal, and just be unified. So, anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. I appreciate each and every one of you who decided to come in and chill with me today. This will be happening daily. At whatever time I can get in here is when I'm going to get in here. And when I can get it even more consistent of a time, I'll give you the time. And that time will be like, down in the description and everything else. But in the meantime, I'll see you in my next piece, a 1 and a 2.